my bolster, and then I have a folded blanket on top. It's a simple seated square pose, fold. Regine, if you don't have all these props, just make do. Doesn't matter. It's just different setup. And then I just have a regular rectangle fold for this. And some of you might need to make it thicker. I just have a long ways. And then you just sit with your back to the wall. That's it. Sit with your back to the wall. And if that space behind the molding there on the rope wall, if that bothers you, we have these styrofoam platforms you can tough to get that are behind you. Just cross your legs. And what this does is it supports your shins. Like I said, some of you might need to make that thicker, so you can just fold it thicker. But make sure at least it's folded like this. So just from the shelf size into a rectangle size. Just slip that under the shins. So it supports those outer shins. It's nice. And if you need to fold it thicker, do that. Doesn't that feel kind of nice? Yeah, to sit at the wall here. Yeah, so it's nice. See if you can move your feet further out. Just rest like your shin bones on that fold. Those of you at home, if you don't have all this, do what you can do. Start with the wall. So bring it
and duplicate
to the wall and bring your head back to the wall. So make sure that you're not, leaning back. You're at that wall here. And then just bring your hands onto the thighs. Close your eyes. Just connect with your breath. Turn towards yoga, turn towards this practice, turn towards your breath. Turn towards the deeper aspect of yourself that yoga invites us to see again and again. We get identified with our lives, with our stories, with our thoughts, with our emotions. And it's understandable. We get pulled into our own personal drama. Yoga says just take a few moments, take a seat, connect with your breath, and see that there's a deeper aspect to yourself. Deeper aspect that's not affected by whatever's going on. Sometimes it's harder to see, it's harder to find that deeper aspect. That's why we're here, to support each other. So we all want peace. We all want to have that sense of openness. And it's right here. It's always here. Bring your hands to your heart center. Have some softer, smoother exhalations, and with your exhalations, just wash and cleanse and release yourself. Have some softer, smoother inhalations and open and fresh. Recharge yourself. Just let yourself be here now that you've made it to the room or you've made it online. Be here with all your heart. Focus on your practice. As you inhale, raise your breastbone. As you exhale, use the wall as a directional and bring your outer shoulders back towards that wall and move your shoulder blades away from the wall into your back ribs. Maintain a sense of extension of your spine on all sides, a lifting from the base of the spine up beyond the crown of your head. Maintain that sense of expansion of your chest and upper back. Into that space, soften your face, relax your jaw and your tongue. Bring in quietness to your eyes and ears. Just flow, release your brain, your mind into your heart. So you're sitting on whatever you're sitting on. Now take a seat even more deeply in your own heart. Have compassion for yourself. Please join myself and all of us for 3 minutes. Your chest upwards, bow your head downwards. Feel your intention to be here, to help yourself, to heal yourself, to strengthen yourself, to stretch yourself, and to align yourself with that deeper aspect. Release your hands down to your thighs with your palms upwards. Raise your head. Gradually open your eyes. And reach for your blocks. And then just have your blocks right here in front of you. And just kind of move your sacrum back. If you don't have some blocks, I'll bring you some. Okay, don't worry. Okay, and then you walk forwards. Go all the way forwards with those blocks. And if anyone needs a chair, I can get you a chair. So just have the blocks at the highest level. And then lift upwards. That's it. I would sit higher there, Grace. Sit higher up. So that, yeah. Sit. You can, yeah, go get another blanket and sit higher. And then once you have that lengthening of your front spine, it should feel like the t-shirt or whatever you're wearing is extended. Walk your blocks further forward and let your head come down in between your arms. There you go. And just, yeah, you can take the block shoulder distance wider. That's it. And exhale. If you pull your head strongly down, the front spine starts to shorten. So, and if you pull your head up, you just get tension into the neck. So just keep your ears like level with your upper arms. Exhale into any stiffness. This could be good also, Grace. Can you feel that?
Yes.
Yeah, it could be good. That's a better height for you. Is it on the right side that you were experiencing? Yeah. Okay, and then walk back. Switch the cross of the legs, and we'll do that again. So switch the cross of your legs. See if you can get your shins to cross more at the center. And then lean forwards and just get your sacrum onto the molding there. And then inhale and then exhale, go forwards. Go forwards. And if the blanket under your hips feels too high, you can, of course, take that out. You feel like you're falling forward. So once you're forward, press your hands into the blocks, lengthen that front spine, and move your shoulder blades into your back. And then move the blocks further forward, and just bring your ears level with the upper arms. So just like we do when we're starting the class, you're looking for that evenness in whatever posture on all sides. So when we do this pose, of course, the front spine wants to shorten. So you're fighting against that. You're still looking for an evenness on all sides. Evenness is called sama. All right, and then come back. Very nice. And just stretch out your legs. And then you can move your props to the side, and we'll do downward dog with your hands turned out at the wall. So your inner thumbs, inner index fingers will be at the wall. Have your feet as wide as your shoulders, or maybe as wide as the sticky mat.
Yeah.
Good. Downward facing dog pose. Good. Push the thumbs into the wall. So let's do it today with the hands at the wall. Your thumb and index fingers at the wall. So you want to put your hands like this. To the thumb, index fingers. That's, yeah. Good. And you can always come into child's pose if I hold too long. Otherwise, just press your hands into the wall there. Yes. Firm your elbows in. Lift your biceps upwards. Roll your triceps towards your face. And then just pull your hips away from your shoulders and maximize that length. And see if you can find that evenness on all sides. In downward dog, sometimes you can feel it more, right? Both sides of the shoulder, even the front and the back body are the same way. Come back into your legs, just move the fronts of the thighs into the backs of the thighs. That's it. Feel the middle thighs, go back, the thighs near the knees. Reach the heels down, even if they don't make it all the way down. Open up the backs of the knees. Feel your breath. Good. And then stay if it feels good. Whenever you're done, for now, come down into child's pose. Have your big toes touching, your knees apart. You might have to move your knees and your hands back a little bit to keep your arms extending forwards. Take any props you need. Keep pressing the hands down, moving the hips back. Again, sit. Sit your hips down, sit your thighs down, your outer hips down. And then lengthen. Again, you can feel how in this pose, the front body, again, it tends to shorten. It does that in any kind of forward extension. The front body tends to get a little bit shorter. So we're always looking to keep that length as we practice any kind of forward extension. And then bring your hands alongside your head and come on up. And we're going to start with the legs up the wall today. So have your legs up the wall with nothing under your hips. Just push your legs up the wall. You can have a blanket under your head and neck that's needed. Get your hips as close to the wall as you can. But if you have tighter hamstrings, your hips won't come to the wall. You know, your legs will be slanted. That's good. And just make sure once you're up that you have that. Bring your feet about as wide as your hips to start off with. And raise your arms up alongside your ears with your palms upwards. So this pose is called Urdhva Prasarita Padasana. Urdhva is upwards, Prasarita is extended or lifted. And Padasana is feet, so it's upward extended feet. Sometimes we just call it leg lifts or legs up the wall. Make sure that your lower back is lengthened. You feel like your back is overarching. Bring your back ribs down and just lengthen from your hips to your wrists. Your arms are straight. And then from your hips to your feet, the arms are straight. Right there. That's it. And then bring your arms back alongside you and see if it feels okay for your body to have your legs together. So bring your legs together and then use your hands on the fronts of your thighs. So bring the palms of your hands right on the fronts of your thighs and push. And then start with your hands right at the root of the thigh, right where the thigh becomes the head. So the heel of the hand comes to the root of the thigh. Press that strongly. Use the strength of your arms. And then slide your hands up to the middle of the thigh where there's more muscularity, right? And push that forward. Yes, push the thighs back. And then slide the heel of your hands up to the part of your thigh just right near the knee, but definitely not on the knee. And push that back and see where you need to go the most. That's it. And then look up at your feet and make sure that your inner feet are as high as your outer feet. So draw the little toe sides of the feet down as you reach up through the big toe sides. Spread your toes. And then again, raise your arms up alongside your ears. Lengthen the lower back. If it feels okay for your shoulders, lock your thumbs above you. Lock your thumbs above you. And pull the thumbs apart until your arms squeeze into the head. That's it. And switch the cross. Just bring it stand back over your feet. So get this to go down and lift that right leg higher. Lift it higher, lift it higher. Ah, that's it. Fight for that. Yes, that's it. Good. Okay, that's okay. And then bring your arms back. Good. And then we're going to do two poses, but you might have to do one or the other, depending on the space that you have. So if you have enough room, take your legs into Upavishta Konasana. Upavishta Konasana. If there isn't enough room, one person can do Baddha Konasana. One person can do Baddha, and then the other person can do Upavishta. So you can see, yeah, so coordinate that if you don't have enough room. So let's start with Upavishta, yeah, which means your legs are wide. Yeah, just get your legs as wide as possible. That's it, and keep your, if you want to move a little bit to the left, you can, because you don't want to use that holding, unless that's good for you, might feel good. So have your toes going towards the center of the room. So you're right on the back of the center of your heel. Sometimes we roll to the little toe side or to the big toe side of that heel. See if you can take your legs any wider. Gravity is kind of helping, That's it. And again, use your hands on your thighs to push that back. And then I'll come around and do that for you. Now lift up your arms. That's it. Like into this 40, press this back. Does that feel okay? Yeah, that's it. Yes. Get those thighs to release back. Lift up your arms there. Get the thighs to go back. And lengthen the waist. That's it. Lengthen your waistline. Lift up your arms so beautiful. That's the way. Yes, good. Feel as the thighs go back, you can really lengthen the waistline. Isn't it nice? Yes, good. Reaching from the inner groins to the inner feet. If your legs are in, just lift up your arms there. If your legs are in Baddha Konasana, yeah, press the heels into each other and spread those inner legs apart. That's it. Lift up your arms there, Billy. So the root of the thigh back. Ah, that's it. Yeah, lift your lower abdomen, your waist up. Good. And then if I've adjusted you and you're in Upavishta Konasana, lift up your arms. Come into Baddha Konasana once I've adjusted you. Those of you in Baddha Konasana go into Upavishta. How does that feel? Is it okay? Yeah. Lengthen that waist. Yeah. Good. Make sure that your heels stay together. So don't bring your legs so far down the wall that your legs start to come apart. Your heels, that is. And then you can use your hands on your inner thighs and just lengthen that skin from the inner thigh towards the inner knee. Make sure you're not pushing the knees back. The movement needs to come from the thighs, from the hips, really. Yeah, so that'd be okay. And that's it. So lengthen those inner thighs out. See if you can keep your heels together there. Kim. You should breathe. Those of you in Baddha Konasana, you can also lift up your arms, hold your elbows around your head. That feels good. How does that feel? Okay, good. Relaxing your face and your jaw. Feeling like the legs are going towards the wall. So press the heels into each other. That's it. Those of you in Baddha Konasana, you can also use your hands on your thighs and turn your legs out. externally rotate your legs. And then switch the cross of your arms. Good. And then everybody come back to simple legs up to the wall. We put each or excuse me, vertical sideways at the Savasana. Either with your legs together or a little bit apart. Bring your arms back alongside your body. That's it. And then just bring your right foot behind your left thigh. Behind your left thigh, really far down towards your left. That's it. And let your right knee move to the wall. Now bring your left foot behind your right thigh. So simple cross legs, but on the wall. Bring your feet as low as you can. Bring your feet as low as you can. So simple cross legs. That's it. And let your knees release to the wall. Release your knees to the wall. Lift up your arms again alongside your ears. You can interlace your fingers. Turn your palms backwards towards the middle of the room. That's it. So we do this seated, don't we? We do this seated often, right? So release the legs towards the wall. Good. Now bring your arms back, extend your legs up, and then switch the cross. So bring your left foot behind your right thigh, and then your right foot behind your left thigh. Bring the feet down, and let the knees release to the wall. Interlace your fingers that less habitual way. Raise your arms up alongside your ears. And that's it, Nicole. Good. And reach your hands. So interlace the fingers. Turn your palms towards the middle of your room. Yes. And just release those knees towards the wall from the hips. Yes. See which hip is tighter. Keep lifting your abdomen off of the thighs. And then bring your arms back alongside you. Extend your legs up just a little bit. And then just have your knees bent, but your feet on the wall. If you have a blanket under your head, take it out for a moment, because I'm going to ask you to slide back. Slide back until you're about a shin's distance away from the wall. So slide your body back until you're about a shin's distance away from the wall. That's it. Yeah, those of you at home, I'm showing with Billy on it here. That's it. So go further back towards the head side. Yeah, further back towards your head side. Weird. That's it. So your legs form like a 90-degree angle. Make sure that your lower back is on the floor. Keep your left foot on the wall, but you can replace the blanket under your head as needed. And then cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Or ankle to knee pose, yeah. Well, it's really called Supta Baddha Konasana, bent knee. It's a variation of that. So now, what you have to do here is make sure that your lower back isn't coming up. If it is, you have to move further out from the wall towards the head side. And then the next thing is you have to make sure that your left hip didn't shift to the left. Sometimes we swing the hips. So keep your left hip in. Even if your right knee gets closer to your right shoulder, that's okay. So keep that left hip in, but use your right hand on that inner right thigh and lengthen it again, like Baddha Konasana, right? Lengthen that inner right thigh, keeping that left hip in. Yes, how does this feel? It's a nice way to do it, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that's it. And then move that inner right. There you go. That's it. Yes, good. Make sure to flex your right foot. Flex your right foot. Yes. Good. Okay, and then switch. Bring your right foot to the wall. Right in line with your right knee. Then cross your left ankle over. Make sure that your lower back didn't come up. Make sure that your hip didn't swing out to the side. So keep that right hip in. Yeah. And then use your left hand on the soft tissue of that left inner thigh and just lengthen. Flex the left foot and exhale into any stiffness. Make sure when you move the knee that the hips don't shift. Now move that knee. Without. Oh, yes, that's it. Yeah. Remember, the body always wants to stay loose where it's already loose. Right? And it wants to stay tight where it's already tight. We're trying to gently change things. Very good. And then let's do the first side again. Okay, and then so cross that right ankle over. Keep your left hip in. Move your right knee towards the wall. And then with your left hand, hold on to the little toe side of the right foot. The left hand holds onto the little toe side of the right foot, just the outer foot. Yeah, you're holding onto your outer foot bone with the, that's it. Now, if you have a knee concern, you don't do this, you just stay where you are. Everybody else, inhale. As you exhale, slide that right foot down towards the top of your thigh. Yes, that's called a Padmasana foot. Keep your left hand on the little toe side, so you're like turning the bottom of the foot upwards, and then move your knee towards the wall. Yes, lengthen that, excuse me, that's it. Lengthen that knee towards the wall. And if it feels uncomfortable, or this in your knee, then just back off. That's it. See if you can bring this foot down here. That's it. If you have that knee challenge, yes. Just stay there. Yeah, that's it. Good. Exhale. Make sure that your ankle isn't turning, which is called signaling. So kind of point that right foot and keep turning the bottom of the foot upwards. Yes. And then slide the foot back up to the knee and then release it back to the wall. So that's the very beginning of Padmasana, right? So keep your hips even. And then bring your left ankle over your right thigh. So it starts there, left ankle over that right thigh, keeping the right hip in, lengthen that inner thigh, and then only if you don't have a knee concern, with your right hand, hold on to the outer left foot bone, a little toe side, inhale, and then slide that foot all the way down to your groin. Slide it, that's it. And keep using your right hand to turn the foot upwards without signaling that ankle too much. That's it. Because the ankle wants to twist, doesn't it? And then move your left knee towards the wall. That's it. Yes. Bring that right foot down. Make your right foot more pointed there, Regine. Make your, your left foot more pointed. Point that foot. And that's it. And move the knee towards the wall. Okay. And then slide your foot back up and then bring it back to the wall. Did you guys feel any difference between those two variations? Yes. Between the, just the simple Supta Padangustasana bent knee and then the Padmasana variation. Okay, so now just slide further back. If you have head support, take it out. And then you're just going to have your feet on the wall and we're going to do Supta Padangustasana. So have your blocks outside your hips. Your two soft blocks right outside the hips, or if you prefer to use something else, a bolster, that's fine. You could use a blanket, anything you have there. And then once you're there and on your back, you can replace the head support and then just belt your right foot. Belt that right foot. But to make sure that your feet are flat against the wall. Your feet are like you're standing on the wall. And then keep your left foot on the wall as you belt that right foot. Put the belt on the right big toe mound and little toe mound, and extend your leg up. And as you push your left foot into the wall, press your left thigh down and pull your right leg down into the hip. And then just see, because we don't often get to do this at the wall in this particular class. So just see, how does it feel to have my left foot at the wall? That's it. So really push into that wall strongly. Get your left thigh down. Feel that the front of that left thigh lengthening. Pull your right leg into the hip socket. Pull it in. That's it. Feel that heaviness of that left thigh and that right thigh pressing back. Remember your hand on the thigh, right? The root of the thigh, the middle of the thigh, and the thigh near the knee. Find those places. And then keep that right thigh pressing back as you bend your elbows and now pull your right foot closer towards your head. Walk your hands as high as you can without feeling like your arms are disconnecting from the shoulder blades. So press your left foot into the wall. Push your right big toe mound up into that belt. Press your left thigh down. Push the right thigh back. If you can walk your hands higher up. Higher. There you go. That's it. Yes. Good. Now hold the belt with your right hand. There. Bring your left hand onto your left hip bone and take your right leg over to the side. You have that support. Feel free to bring your elbow down to the floor in line with your shoulder. If you prefer to keep it up, that's also fine. Still soft. Yeah, if you can, you can push into the wall, it actually works really nicely, doesn't it? Yeah, push into the wall, so you have both walls. That's rarity, but it's good, right? Take advantage of it. Yeah. So push into the wall with your left foot, push into that belt with that right foot. Keep your pelvis level. Keep your chest level. Don't let your chest tip. Roll your abdomen to the left. And then see if you can bring your right foot as you keep it out to the side. Bring it gently upwards towards your right shoulder. Yes. And keep the legs straight. Yeah, and if the big toe presents itself, you can always just hold on to that big toe with your index finger and middle finger and thumb. Padam, Ushasana. And then come back to the center. Hold the belt with your left hand. And take that right leg across. That's it. Keep pushing that left foot into the wall. Bring your right hand into your outer right hip. And as you move, as you roll that outer right hip down, bring it closer to your inner left foot. See how it feels. Keep reaching into the belt, like you're reaching that right leg across the room. There's a real reaching quality. And then maybe you can even bring the right foot up a little bit towards the left shoulder. Roll the abdomen to the right. And then come back to the center and release. Feel that difference on the right side and the left side. Make sure to have your support on that left side now as you belt the left foot. Push the wall with that right foot. Press your right thigh down. With your arms, pull your leg down into the hip. Pull that left leg down. We start with a sense of direction. Where do I want the skin to move, the bones to move, the muscles to move? And once you have that right thigh down, that left thigh pressing back, remember those three places that you're trying to move back. Inhale, bend your elbows away from each other, and then pull your left foot towards the left side of your head. Maybe walk your hands higher. Keep pushing the wall away from you with your right foot, pushing the belt away from you with your big toe mound of the left foot. Pressing that right thigh down and that left thigh back. Hold the belt with your left hand. Inhale, and then exhale. Take that left leg over to the side. Yeah. And feel free to bring your elbow down to the floor in line with your shoulder. Again, just see the difference on one side. Push the wall with the right foot, push your belt or your fingers with your left foot. Keep your pelvis level, keep your chest level. Roll the abdomen to the right. So lift your leg higher until this is down. See my foot? You're going to press this into my foot to bring your leg higher. So this goes down. That's better right there. That's as far as you can go, right? Good. Maybe you can keep that leg out to the side, but bring it up a little bit towards your shoulder. And then come back to the center, hold the belt with your right hand, inhale, and then exhale, take that leg over to the other side without changing the position of your right foot. Keep reaching that left leg across the room. Reach it from your outer left hip to your left foot. Feel that line. And then use your left hand in your outer left hip. You hold on this end, the little toe side foot. That's it. Does that feel okay? Good. Move that left hip down, get some space there. And make sure to exhale. Remember, the exhalations wash you, stiffness, cleanse you. Inhalations revitalize you. Okay, and then come back to the center and release that. Very good. Now, if you have a blanket under your head, move it out and let it up for a moment again. And then everybody move a little bit further back until your feet can no longer touch the wall. Your feet can no longer touch the wall, just a little bit. And then, of course, you can replace the blanket under your head. Lift your arms up alongside your ears. And again, you can lock the thumbs above you. Keep your legs in Tadasana, so bring your legs together if possible. Otherwise, have a little bit of space, but be on the center of your heels. And now you have to visualize that you're still reaching those inner feet into the wall. So before we have the wall to give us more sense of awareness, let's see if you can recreate that without the wall. Use your own mind to create an imaginary wall. And then switch the cross of the thumbs and keep lifting the abdomen up. Off of the legs, bring the back of wall of your abdomen towards your lower back. And then bring your arms back. That's it. Good. And draw your right knee into the chest. Trace the fingers on the front of that right shin bone. That's it. And then re-extend that right leg out and draw your left knee into the chest. Draw that left knee into the chest. Lubricate the hip. And now extend your left leg out and draw both knees into your chest. Uttanasana. There can be space between the knees as needed. Get your lower back down. And then put your belt on the bottoms of both feet. Put the belt on the bottoms of both feet. And extend your legs upwards. If you can't get your legs straight, if you have some back sensitivity, I want you to put that folded blanket that was under the shins, that rectangle blanket, under your pelvis, or maybe even a bolster. Wade, you can use a bolster under your hips. Yeah. So you can put some support under the pelvis, a bolster or a folded blanket. And just bring your feet right above your hips, just right above the hips. Yes, that's it. And then some of you stay here holding the belt and you're kind of pulling down. Others of you can release the belt and grab hold of the side edges of your sticky mat. And just stretch the sticky mat towards the wall. Keep reaching up through the legs. Remember your hands on your thighs. The thighs go back, but as you exhale, feel the navel draw down. And if this feels okay, some of you lift your arms up alongside your ears. Lift your arms up and lengthen. That's it. From your hips to your hands, make sure your back ribs are down. It feels good. You can cross the thumbs again, just to help get the arms fully extended. So make sure your legs don't start to slant. If they do, go back to holding the belt. Yeah, hold the belt and draw the legs down if there's any strain. Switch the cross of the thumbs. So now this is the more active. It's the same pose we did at the wall, but isn't the wall easier? It's the same exact pose. And now bring your knees into your chest and wrap your arms around your legs. That's it. Good. Now reach for your bolster and put your bolster long ways in between your knees and your feet. So like a long bolster in between your knees and your feet. If you don't have the bolster, you could use a blanket or you could even use a block in between just your knees. That's it. But now, bring your arms out to the sides. And if you don't have enough room, stagger yourselves. So someone move a little bit closer to the wall, someone move a little bit away from the wall, just so you have enough room to extend your arms. That's it. And then once you press your arms down, make sure your arms are as high as the shoulders, but not higher. Press your arms down. Inhale, bring your knees up into your chest, higher than your hips. Flex your feet. Hug the bolster with your feet, your ankles, and your knees. And then bring your knees over to the left, all the way to the floor. All the way to the floor. Yes, that's it. Good. So hug the bolster with your feet and your knees. Lift your chest. Have your palms upwards. And then just roll the abdomen from left to the right. Yes, Jatara Parivartanasana. So for today, just bring your feet to the floor, bring your knees to the floor. Yeah, get that right hip right over that bottom hip. Does that feel okay, Susanna? And then roll that belly. Good. Come back to the center. And we'll do the other side. Is this doable, Nancy? Is it okay? Yeah, just play with, yeah, that's it. And then go over to the other side. Go over. Yes, keep your knees higher than your hips. Let your feet come down. Yeah, does this feel okay, Grace? And then roll that belly, hug the bolster gently. Not with strain, with your ankles and your knees, your shin bones. Bring your knees higher up there, Hillary, higher up towards your ribs. Good, that's it. Good, and then go back to the center. If you'd like to try it without the bolster, you can subtract the bolster. Subtract the bolster. So just have your legs together now. Have your legs together. Bring your arms out to the sides. Really take a look and see that your arms are higher or lower than your shoulders. And then you bring your knees over to the left, all the way to the floor. So bring your knees up and then over, up towards your chest and then over. Get your top right knee over the bottom knee. Get your top right knee over the bottom knee. Get your feet parallel. And then lift your chest. Extricate your chest from your legs and then turn, roll the belly and come back to the center and do that on the other side, with and without the bolster. So go over to the right side. That's it. There you go, Nancy. And then lift upwards, get some space, bring your knees up higher than your hips, flex your feet, try to get your top knee right over that bottom knee, and then roll the belly from the right side to the left side. That's the way. Okay, and then come back to the center. Center your pelvis, press your feet down, and take Baddha Konasana. Have your feet together, knees apart, without the wall. Lengthen your lower back. Take any arm position that feels good to you at this moment. It can be at your sides, at the Shavasana. You can raise them up. You can hold the elbows. We've done several, so see which feels good to your shoulders. You can always go wider. Just let as your feet press into each other, soften the abdomen. You just feel how beneficial it is. Those hip opening wall poses, also with some abdominal poses. And the hip opening and the abdominal poses often go together because later on, they start to be the foundation for when you start to work with arm balancing poses. Okay, and then bring your arms back alongside your body. Bring your legs together, and let's do another downward dog, this time with your heels at the wall. Some of you can do ropes if you'd like to do ropes, if you're at the rope wall. Just make sure to have your blocks up near the hand side of your mat, because we'll use those also. Have the blocks up towards the middle of the room side. So downward dog with your heels at the wall. Just a little bit up the wall, like an inch or so. Spread your fingers. Nice, Billy. That's it. Straighten those arms. Nice, Hillary. That's it. Pull your hips up and back. Push your heels back into that wall, maybe. Slide the heels down. Feel your ankles moving back, your shin bones lifting. And you remember those three parts of the thigh? That looks really good, Kim. Press the root of the thighs back, the middle of the thighs. Nice, Nancy, also. Yeah, these are coming well. See if you can slide your heels a little bit lower down there, Billiana. Yeah, that's it. Reach the toes forwards. Good. And then walk your feet forward to the middle of your mat and take Ardha Uttanasana. So have your feet as wide as your mat. Reach for your blocks and put your blocks under your shoulders, only if you need them. Only if you need them, yeah. That's it. And then lift your chest up. Yeah, good. So get your back to be concave. You'd be like a tabletop. Get your hips right over the ankles. Have your little toe bones in line with your outer heels, in line with the mat. Bring those blocks a little closer to your feet. There's Susanna, right under your shoulders. And lift your chest upwards. Nice, Nancy. That's it. And then either, if you have sensitivities in your back or your bones, just walk your hands and your blocks forward. Let your head come down in between your arms. Or take your hands out to the sides in line with your outer shoulders. Bend your elbows outwards and release your trunk downwards. Yes, go down. See if you can bring your hands flat to the floor or to the blocks. The blocks lower if you went out to the sides. There you go. Press your feet down, pull your legs up. Feel those inner thighs lifting, those outer hips moving in. If your hands are forward, lengthen from your hands back to your hips. If your hands are out to the sides, lengthen down. Let go your neck. And then bring your hands back under the shoulders, lift your chest, look upwards, bring your hands onto your hips, reach your chest forwards and up you come. Very good. Okay, so put one of these blocks long ways in between your thighs this way. And just stand in Tadasana. So your feet are parallel to each other. Good. Nice and straight. As you settle back into your heels, lift your thighs up. Roll the middle thighs towards this block. Firm your outer hips in. Reach down with your arms. Feel your abdomen lifting. Outer shoulders back. Raise your arms upwards. Roll those outer armpits forwards. Hold on to your left wrist with your right hand. Your left palm should be facing the exit as you take a side bend over. Yeah, take that side bend and go. And then come back to the center. Hold on to the other wrist. Make sure that that palm is facing to the side that you're going to bend towards. Yes, that's externally rotating that arm. Press your right foot down, pull up, and then release. That's it. And then bring your arms down. Stagger with your neighbor as needed and bring your arms out to the sides. You reach from your chest to the hands, from your upper back to your pinky fingers. Thighs are back. Revolve your arms. Sit. And then raise your arms up. Interlace your fingers again. Turn your palms upwards. And take that same side bend over. Yes, open up. Straighten the bottom arm, the top arm. Relax your neck. Come back to the center. Bring your arms out to the sides. That's it. And then again, externally rotate your arms like you're holding platters. Raise your arms up. Swap the interlace of your fingers. Turn your palms upwards. Keep your thighs back. Locate yourself on your heels and then take that side bend over. Open up the right side of the body there, or whatever side you're bending away from. And then come back to the center and bring your arms down. Tadasana. Okay, now take this block out from in between your feet. And then just bring your right foot about 1 foot from the wall here. Step your left leg way back for Parsvottanasana and walk your fingertips up the wall. So your right foot is 1 foot, maybe a little bit more if you're a little bit more flexible, maybe a little bit closer to the wall if you're a little less flexible. Step your left leg back 4.5, 5 feet. Line up your right heel with your left heel. Straighten both of your legs by pressing the heels down, pulling your kneecaps up, and then think of your hips like a steering wheel. Turn your steering wheel to the right so that outer right knee draws back. That's it. And then come up onto your fingertips and walk your fingertips as high as you can until you feel that length on the right side of your trunk and the left side. And then once you've got your hands up as high as you can, push with your fingertips and keep backing the hips up, especially that right hip and that left inner thigh. Nicely. Good. Move those hips back. Switch your legs. Bring your left foot forward and your right leg back. 1 leg's distance. Straighten your legs, pressing those heels down. Pull up through your kneecaps. And then steer your steering wheel to the left a little bit by drawing the outer left knee back into the hip without letting the right hip fall forward. and then pop up onto the fingertips and walk your hands higher up the wall, higher and higher, lengthen the waist. That's it. Good. Now switch. Let's do that again, but see if you can bring your right foot 2 feet from the wall. Have your right foot 2 feet from the wall and then step your left leg back accordingly. So go further back and your hands will be lower down. Your hands will be lower down the further you go back. Yes. And so you can even have your upper body parallel to the floor, but stay on the fingertips. And advance, take a slightly longer distance. So press your heels down, take a longer distance, building on it with that left foot back. That's it. Pick up your kneecaps. Can you feel, especially on that right leg, those 3 parts, right? The root of that right thigh, the middle, and can you feel that, Hillary? Moving back. As you move the right hip back, doesn't the right big toe mound come up? Press it down. Take a longer distance, Kim. Longer distance. Move your hips back. Push into that wall. So there's 2 ways to lengthen your waist, right? To walk your hands up or to move your hips back. And then switch. Switch. Have your left foot 1 foot or 2 feet from the wall. But then remember, you have to take your right leg even further back. If you're really tall, you might have to move your mat a little bit away from the wall. Yeah, that's good. How does that feel, Grace? It's really good. Press those heels down. Pull up through your kneecaps, get that sense of which direction do I need to move my hips. Also, which direction do I need to move the abdomen? It has to move a little bit from the right side to the left side. Yes, and then once you have that, push into the wall with your fingertips and move your hips back away from your ribs to get that extension. Yes, fronts of the thighs into the backs of the thighs. And then bend your front leg and release. Just have a few breaths. All right. And then just turn with the right side of your body to the wall. Stand in the center of your mat there. Stand in the center of your mat with the right side of your body to the wall. So you just be standing like she's going to do. Stand in Tadasana. Stand further out from the wall, right in the center of your mat there. Yeah, stand in the center. Raise your arms out to the side, shoulder height. And then step your feet out under your hands. Step your feet out. And your right foot should be about 1 foot from the wall, approximately 1 foot from the wall. But now turn your right leg out from the top of your thigh. Turn your left foot in slightly. Have a heel to arch alignment. Press your heels down, pull up through your legs. Yes, and then inhale, lift. As you exhale, reach your right fingertips up the wall. Reach, and then bring your left hand onto your hip. That's it. Press your right heel down. See if you can turn this back foot more in like this. And as you press your right hip down, can you draw that right thigh away from the wall? Get that hip crease. Ah, that's it. You feel that, Julia? Get that right hip to come in. Keep walking your hand higher up the wall. There you go. That's it. And bring your right buttocks forward. Right buttocks forward. Roll your outer left thigh back. Roll your left shoulder back, your left elbow back. That's it. And then lift your left arm straight up towards the ceiling. Keep your legs straight and pull yourself up out of the post. That's it. Turn your right toes forwards and we'll do the other side. So stand in the center of your mat with the left side of your body to the wall. Raise your arms shoulder height and then step your feet out under the hands. And your left foot should be approximately 1 foot from the wall there. Turn your left leg out from the top of the thigh. Turn the right foot slightly in. Have a heel to arch alignment. Press your heels down. Feel your legs lifting into your hips. Lift your chest away from your hips. Lift your arms away from your chest. Inhale and then exhale. Reach your left fingertips to the wall and go up. Bring your right hand onto the hip. Press those heels down. Pull your legs up. And as you push into the wall with your left fingertips, draw this left thigh bone in. That was so good, Grace. Do you feel that? Yes, nice way for you to do it, actually, isn't it? Yeah. And then get your left buttocks to come forwards. Roll your outer right thigh back, your right shoulder back. Yes. Pressing into the heels. Good. Now lift your right arm straight up towards the ceiling. Keep your legs straight. Lift this right arm straight up. And then come up out of the post. Nice. Turn your toes forward. Let's do the first side again. So come around. We're going to bring the hand down to the leg, but if you prefer to have a block on the right side, okay? So stand in the center of your mat. Okay, and some of you can be a little bit further out away from the wall. So instead of 1 foot from the wall, you can have your feet 2 feet from the wall. So that means you have to move your body a little bit away from the wall. Raise your arms and then step your feet out. And now your right foot maybe is further from the wall, maybe 1 or 2 feet from the wall. You have to see. Yes. Get your feet all the way out under the hands. Turn your right leg out. Turn your left foot slightly in. Press your heels down, draw the right thigh in as you bring your right hand onto the wall and bring your left hand onto the hip. Yeah, the wall is further, right? If it feels just too far, of course, just bring your legs closer. So draw that right leg into the hip. Yes, and get that right buttocks to come forward. Curve this up. Ah, that's it. Draw this. There you go. Keep that outer left thigh rolling back. Yes. Now keep that length, left hand onto the hip. Maybe bring your right hand down to your ankle or to a block. Straighten your legs. Don't lose that length on that right side as you lift up your left arm. It's a nice way to do it, isn't it? Yeah, isn't it nice? Yeah. Lift up. Bring that right buttocks forward, right shoulder blade forward. Right buttocks forward, right shoulder blade forward. Press your outer left foot and pull yourself up out of the post. Nice choice, Nancy, right? Good. Come back to the center, go to the other side. Again, you might be further away from the wall if you're taking that longer distance. Bring your arms out, step your feet out, and then turn your left leg out and turn your right foot in slightly. Press down through your feet, draw the legs up, inhale. As you reach to the wall with your left fingertips, draw that left thigh in. Feel that, it's a nice feeling, at least it is for me, to feel that leg connecting into my hip. What direction do I want the muscles, the skin to go? Bring your right hand onto the hip. Keep steering that left thigh in, get your left buttocks under you. And then keep that extension on the left side as you bring your hand down, your left hand to your leg or to a block or to a chair. Then roll the right shoulder back, nice Hillary, and then lift up your right arm. That's it. Bring your left chest forward and your left buttocks. Yeah, that's it. Keep reaching up with that right arm. Slide your left hand further down. Yeah, good. Nice, Suzanne. Press your outer right foot. Keep your legs straight. Pull yourself up and out of the posture. Nice. Bring your legs back together. Stand in Tadasana. Good. And you can stand on either side of your mat now, depending on how much room you have in front of you, right? So you can probably just face the props there. You can face me, actually, face me. Bring your heels here to the back edge of the mat. And a lot of you will need some props in front of you because we're going to take the legs wide and then go forward. Okay. So just see where you have the most space. You can always stagger also. And then bring your arms out and then step your feet all the way out. But keep your heels in line with the back edge of your mat now. Have your heels a little bit wider than your toes. Bring your hands to your hips. Press down through your heels. Feel your thumbs at the top of the buttocks and move the top of the buttocks down. Feel the palms of your hands on your outer hips and gently move your hips forward. Hips forward, buttocks down. Lift up through your chest. Lengthen your front spine. Look upwards towards the top of the wall that's in front of you, and then come halfway down and bring your hands down to the floor or blocks on the other side of the mat. So your hands are on one side, your heels are on the other side. Lift your chest, pull your breastbone forwards, and then walk your hands all the way forward. Yes. Keep your hips right over the ankles. Press down through your feet. Pull the legs up. Many of you keep your hands forward. 1 or 2 of you, you can walk your hands back and let your head release down to the floor. Yeah. You walk your hands back, bring your hands in line with your toes or the mat, and release your head down, but keep pressing those heels down, lifting your legs up. Nice, Regine. That's it. Straightening those legs. Keep that leg on the front spine. It's the standing forward bend, right? the shoulders up. Good. Now walk your hands back under the shoulders. Lift your chest. Bring your feet closer together. Bring your hands onto your hips. And up you come. Any direction, just stand in Tadasana. Just feel the effects of those postures, right? Okay, now come and get a chair to work with. Then you can see what you have around there. Does that piano bench, does that have a piano bench to it, Regine? Does that, yeah, get the piano bench. You can use that. Okay, and then you're just gonna put your chair against the wall this way. The back of your chair goes against the wall. And I just have two soft blocks I'm putting on my chair. This way. And then you can put your blister here. And then remember that blanket that we had before? It was like this, it was in a rectangle shape. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, just use that piano bench. So look what I'm doing. Those of you at home, I'm not mirroring you in this moment. Okay, so I'm just having my heel, my left heel is up on that blanket roll. My left toes are in between the chair legs, and my right foot comes here. So this is the starting position. Okay, so you have to stand close to the wall on the side of the chair. See how my left toes are under the chair legs? And my left heel is elevated on that blanket. And you can make the blanket thicker if you'd like to. And your right foot is up on the block. So switch your legs. Left foot on the blanket. You can stay there. You're in a good position. Just switch your legs. Just bring your left heel on the blanket and your right foot up. Yeah, that's it. And if the blocks feel too high, go down to one block if it aggravates your knees. I think you guys have to turn to the other side. So you want the right side of your body to the wall. Yeah, like Nancy's doing there. The right side of your body. Okay, so once you have that, raise your arms up, lock your thumbs above you, squish that blanket. This looks good. Yeah, squish that blanket with your left heel. Send your left thigh back. So you really want to be in the heel. Send your right hip down. Send the right hip down. Lift your lower back. Lift your abdomen. Now turn towards the wall and bring your hands onto the wall about as high as your shoulders and have your hands about as wide as your elbows. Did your left thigh come forward? Did your right hip come up? Don't let it. Don't let that right hip come up. If you don't have anything for the wall there, that looks perfect, Regine. Well done. There you go. Be on your fingertips though. Fingertips. Now turn. Turn your abdomen, turn your ribs. Feel your belly turning. And then with your right hand, push into the wall and move your right ribs back and get the right shoulder blade onto your back. That's it. Bring your left chest forwards. Look upwards and get your dorsal spine to move in. Use the breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, turn. And then release and go for the other side. So take your heel blanket with you. Take that heel blanket with you. Go to the other side. So standing Marichi-asana pose. So bring your toes in between the chair legs. Bring your right heel onto the blanket. And then your left foot comes up onto the chair. Make sure it's just your heel on the blanket. And your toes are in between the chair legs. Raise your arms upwards and lock your thumbs that less habitual way. And send your body weight back. That's it. Get into that right heel. Squish that blanket. Send your left hip down so that both sides, remember the idea of the sides of the trunk staying even. Can you do that here? Even as you turn. Now inhale, as you exhale, turn towards the wall. Bring your fingertips onto the wall about as high as your shoulders and have your hands about as wide as your elbows. And really lift your elbows up, but comb your upper neck muscles down. And then send your body weight back into that right heel. So your right thigh goes back. Yes. And then start to get that turn, so send this back, that's it, you feel that difference, Susanna? Move that left hip down, yes. Turn your navel, turn your ribs, without letting that right thigh go forward, keep that left hip down. Think of pulling the wall down with your hands, lifting your ribs up, and then push with your left fingertips to get that left shoulder back. How does it feel, Nancy, okay? And then inhale, lift, exhale, turn. Inhale, lift, exhale, turn. Look upwards. Get your upper back to go in. Nice, lowest. And then release.
Isn't it supposed to be happening on this in the right shoulder?
The right shoulder head stays back. The right rib, the shoulder blade comes forward. Yeah, it goes forward into your back. It actually goes forwards and a little bit in towards your spine. Okay, so bring your hands here and take a downward dog with your feet back behind your hips, with your hands on that chair. You can do any version if that doesn't work for that piano bench there, Regine. Yeah, so push your chair into the wall, have your feet behind your hips. So Uttanasana is when the feet are under the hips, and then downward dog is your feet are behind your hips. So Binu and Susanna, walk your feet further back. When you could as well, walk your feet further and further back. Yes, press those thighs down. Okay, and then walk forwards. And again, you're gonna sit with the right side of your body to the wall, and this bolster comes in between your feet and your knees. Again, I'm not near you. So look, I'm sitting far enough back that I have my knees against the chair. I have this bolster in between my feet and my knees, just like I did for that Jatara Parivartanasana. That's it. So get your knees all the way back, hug the bolster, interlace your fingers, turn your palms forwards and raise your arms up. Sit down with your sitting bones. Make sure that you're not pushing towards the front sitting bones and the abdomen is not pushing towards the bolster. Turn towards the wall. That's it. And then bring your hands onto the wall again. That same position. As high as your shoulders, as wide as the elbows. Lift your elbows away from each other and turn. Yeah. I'll show you. So bring your outer left knee back as you push into the wall with this. That's it. So bring this shoulder blade this way. Feel, yeah, it actually goes away from the spine. This one gets closer to the spine. This one goes away from the spine. Do you feel that difference?
Yes.
Lift your chin up, turn. Yes, turn, get even on both sides. That's the way. And then come back and turn your body around. Interlace your fingers that less habitual way. Raise those arms up. Go all the way up. Yes. Make sure that you're not pushing the abdomen overly forward. Be more towards the center of your buttock bones. Hug the bolster. Now turn towards the wall and then bring your hands down. There you go. Be on your fingertips. Again, pull the wall downwards. Lift the sides of your trunk upwards. Push the wall with your left hand and turn. Be on your fingertips. That's it. And then move that right shoulder blade towards your right elbow as you get your left shoulder blade closer to the spine. Lift your chin, get your dorsal spine in. As you exhale, empty out your abdomen and turn. That's it, Regine. Nice. And then release. Good. Now face the middle of the room. Remember this blanket that we had? So bring your feet like this. Sometimes I call this a horse sit. Just sit way back in your chair. Way back. And the feet are slightly angled out. Have this blanket here. And if it feels too thick, of course, make it thinner. Make the blanket thinner. And then you start to come forwards. You could have your hands on a bolster or blocks or even a second chair. Or you can turn your chair towards the wall. You can go forwards. Yeah, go forwards and keep drawing that blanket under your navel. So it's under that navel, so it's that lower abdomen. And as you go forwards with your arms, let that blanket kind of spread your lower back like an inner tube. Spread it. Lifting your ribs up over that blanket. Make it thinner or thicker as needed. Yes. Keep pressing the little toe sides of the feet so the knees don't drop inwards. Just feel the lower abdomen kind of draw back away from that blanket and then walk your hands further forward. That's the way. And then walk your hands back. That's it. Come up, bring your hands to your thighs, take this blanket off. Sit on this bolster in front of your chair with your legs crossed like this. That's it. You can have this blanket on your chair as needed, or just to feel some softness, and then come forwards. Sit towards the back of your bolster. Some of you can move the bolster further back away from the chair. Just rest. Yeah, sit towards the back of the bolster so the weight doesn't come into the knees. And we still sit. Work with it there. Grace and slow. As intelligent. Stand. And then just rest. Keep walking your elbows forward on that blanket. Rest your head on something. Sit towards the back of this bolster, towards the hip side of the bolster. Exhale into your outer hips. Just pausing on Saturday morning to connect with the breath. Stretch and strengthen the body. Quiet the mind. Look a little bit deeper. This is the practice of yoga. Come up, switch to cross the legs, and then repeat that. So very gentle Adho Mukha Swastikasana. Adjust your distances. Some of you will be further back from the chair. That looks great, Nicole. Yeah. Keep your legs down. That looks good, Grace. Does that feel okay? Yeah. We did this, this was the very first pose that we did. You guys remember when we were at the wall, we walked the blocks forward. See if it feels any different now. See where you're unnecessarily holding. And you relax and soften that place. It might be in your mind. Okay, then come on up. Extend your legs. Those of you who'd like to do chair shoulder stand, all you have to do is pull your sticky mat out a little bit from the wall. You can have your blanket here. And your bolster here. And then a sticky mat, an extra sticky mat, or a piece of sticky mat there. If you don't want to do chair shoulder stand, put your legs up the wall on the bolster or the blanket. Put your legs up the wall, but have some height now. As much height as you can bear under the hips. So either Vipariti Karani or chair shoulder stand. Perfect. Sorry. Oh. Going for it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, help you work. Why not, right? But here, exactly. Supposed to be there by law. But if you pull that bolster more on your hips, so it's also your back waist. So there's the space even more. Probably I can sequence those in that bolster. Yeah, that was fine. Probably. Okay. You slow down, be in your pose. Do you mind? You're just sort of in. Is it okay? Feel sweaty.
Okay, yes, I got it.
How does it feel? Looks really good, actually.
Good.
Yeah.
I just started getting the height.
It's flat, shoulders down. Good. So lift your legs up. Mhm. That looks great, Hillary. Can you hold on to the back legs of that chair? So bring your legs over again, like hook your legs around. Like clamp. That gives you less security. And you have to go further in. So is that feels okay? So you got it? That's okay. Good.
Just losing.
So it doesn't feel good. Another way to do is bring your arms and hold them here to this joint of the chair. Up here.
That's good. That's.
See what's the most turn. Is that better? Yes, keep your chest lifting. Nice. That looks amazing, Nancy. Does that feel any different to you? You're really getting a good version. It helps. It does help. It's- Then come into Baddha Konasana. Those of you with your legs up the wall, you can just slide backwards and put your feet on the bolster in Baddha Konasana. That looks good, Wade, what you're doing. Yeah, just stay in your own practice. That looks good. Yeah. Maybe you can relax your arms. Give yourself the gift of an exhalation. Give yourself a gift of emptying out. Sometimes we clean our cupboards or our car. Forget to clean out minds. Let yourself exhale and empty out. Give yourself that nice feeling of space. When you clean, you get that feeling of space. The same thing happens inside. Slide down, rest your hips on the bolster, rest your legs on the chair. Those of you with your legs up the wall, if you feel comfortable there, you can stay there. Otherwise, roll to the side and just lie flat for Shavasana. Hold here your props, you don't need to touch. Just let go of your legs and your arms down. Lower your head, face. That gentle lift of your shoulder blades. Soften your forehead skin. Relax your jaw. So you soften your eyes back, soften your forehead back, your brain near the forehead back. Just flow your brain towards your heart. Asa tamasa gamaya. Tamasoma jyotir gamaya. Miturma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti. 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 In the chair, shoulder stand, you still have a bolster under you, just take that out. And everybody bring your hands onto your abdomen, deepen your breath. Bring your legs away from the chair and roll to your right side. And come on up and sit. Your hands to your heart center. Raise your chest upwards. Bow your head into your heart. Namaste.
Namaste.